In this world, no one will step in danger to save you. Only two things can save your life: God and your bank balance.
Alright, T-Mobile, $40, set up a payment arrangement. Electric, 20, get it put on the shut-off protection program. We'll actually probably have to do that with the gas, too. And then payment arrangement for the rest of that is owed. Water is past due, so they definitely got to get 60 at least. We're gonna need gas in the car to get around for the next 2 weeks. Jesus, take the wheel on 40. Groceries is looking like a whole lot of ramen for $23. Rent's not due yet, but I got a check coming on the 9th, so 9 days late with a fee. That'll be alright. And then looks like we got $40 for Christmas. Shit!
Now, something that bothers me, well, I don't want to say bothers me, but it's ironically funny to say the least, is the outroar, the outpour of people my age, my peers, people around my age. I'm 25, I'll be 26 soon, and a lot of my peers a lot of people I grew up with are a little bit older than me, so they're in their later 20s, they're in their early 30s, and the rush to settle down. The, early 20s to mid 20s where you're just partying, you're trying to get your life together, you're going to college for degrees you'll never use, and you're racking up a whole bunch of debt, whether that's student loans or credit cards or all this shit you'll never be able to pay back without a significant other, which it just ends up being you just bring your guys' debt together, and then unless you're gonna Dave Ramsey, it just ends up being a snowball effect into misery. So a lot of you guys, or a lot of people that I've seen, I'm not gonna say you specifically, but we're so upset, man, all my peers on Facebook just had babies. They're getting married, they're buying homes, taking out these mortgages because, so much better than renting, I guess. But in reality, I think this envy that we have towards our peers is kind of misled. It's kind of misguided, and it's kind of projecting because, you really want a lot of this stuff. I mean, in modern day, if you can barely even afford yourself, you're juggling all these different jobs. If you read through a lot of the comments, a lot of us are. Do you really think having a kid would be a good decision right now? I know, we wish we could. We wish we could have the lifestyle that our parents did, but unfortunately, I don't think we can really afford that. It's not really in the metrics. It's not really in the cards for us in modern-day society with the generations that we seem to fall into, Gen Z, Millennials, anything past that. So, I'm not saying you're wrong for rushing towards these things settling down, and I hope it's for yourself, not just to make your parents happy, your boomer parents, or for the Facebook post, because let's be honest, there's a lot more to life than, I think, than the traditional lifestyle. But I think really the fulfillment, the humbleness, the community that is within the traditional lifestyle is starting to come back, and a lot of the younger generations, seeing themselves not really being able to attain a lot of this stuff, are really starting to, kind of dive back into these measures and kind of quench this thirst of traditionalism, because the whole materialism that we chase in our 20s, the whole degenerate lifestyle, whether that's sex or quick dopamine bursts or any sort of vice that you just use to kind of escape your problems, never really brings any sort of fulfillment. And some people never really reach any sort of maturity level to really sense this. Some people die young, in the full grasp, the full grip of these addictions. But you personally feel like this is just kind of the change of the times? Do you personally feel like this is just the modern day midlife crisis that I feel like is starting to hit people a lot sooner than later, but also with times changing, with technology making it so much easier for us to compare ourselves and to judge each other? It also changes the metrics how we judge each other, because the majority of everything you see is fake, and a lot of the people you see that are settling down or doing a lot of the milestones or achieving a lot of the milestones you wish you could achieve yourself are racking up debt and doing it on a facade. They're kind of taking it out of their future selves' pockets to put it into their personal pockets, which is kind of depleting. It's like imaginary money. It's like an imaginary life. So, kind of a weird reality. But
would you like to donate $1 today?
$1. That's 10 minutes of sweat, one skipped meal, one night without sleep, all for a number that disappears before I can even touch it.
So, would you like to donate?
No, thank you.
Despite what generation you find yourself into, if you have been through your midlife crisis, if you are currently approaching your midlife crisis, or if you think midlife crisis is fucking bogus and you just don't really care at all, I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts, opinions down below in the comments, as well as a huge shout out to everybody checking these videos daily. And I want to give a even larger acknowledgement to the handful of you guys checking out those links down below in the description. Those are always some of the best ways to support me and the content around here, and it definitely has been going such a long way, being that I've been experiencing a rough time. I genuinely want to show my gratefulness and my appreciation for all that. While you guys inspire me to continue this work I do over here, and I plan to continue being and remain as consistent as I can with quality commentaries and this type of, conversational content. So, God bless. Hope you enjoy. It's kind of like I got for this one, so I hope to see you in the next one. Happy holidays. Bye.